What is going on, guys? Jack here, and welcome back to another episode of RB Barna. It is episode number 9, if I'm not mistaken. I can't believe we're on episode 9 already. It's the end of season 1, however. It's a big game. If you missed last episode, do go check it out, because it kind of sets things up for where we are today. We've got 2 matches coming in hot. We've got Barcelona, who are top of the league, and are still, I believe, you can see here, playing for the title. So they're going to want to win. And then our last game is going to be against Alaves, who could be relegated or alternatively could be playing for their lives going into the last day of the season. So, yeah, a lot on the line for us, of course. We are in 6th place, as you can see here. Granada had a slightly earlier game, so they've now leapfrogged us. And we want Europa League football, I feel like, at this point. That's got to be the aim. I kind of outlined that was my initial goal with next year, trying to eye up that 4th place spot and then from there hopefully cracking on to break the top 3. We find ourselves in a good little position and we come in with some very, very good form. Of course, we won 1-0 last episode against Athletic Club Bilbao and, well, we can just go straight into today's games. It's going to be big. There are a few other games being played in and around ours. And yeah, we're going to be doing both games live today, as well as a little retrospective look at the season and where we might go, I guess, going forward here at RB Barna. Into next year, we can talk about some of our plans. So anyway, Betis just beat Valencia, which is a big result for them. Neither team can now surpass us in the league, so that's actually a really good result as far as we're concerned. Atleti drew, which is interesting, although they've kind of just got 3rd place in the bag now. For us here, we've got Bilbao, who we need to keep an eye on. They are going to be playing on the evening kickoff. And then on Sunday, there's a few other games here. There is an outside chance, and I'm not even going to really toy with the idea too much. If we could somehow beat Barcelona in this game and Villarreal lose both their remaining games, we could leapfrog them, I think. But yeah, that relies on us beating the team currently top of the league. And well, we've got a little bit of a situation because Florentino Luis is out suspended. And on top of that, Kanate is also out. So we're going to have to bring in Onguene, who's not had the best season so far. But he's going to get the nod alongside Mbemba. And then, well, Reguilon's fit, actually. So we can bring Reguilon back into the team, which is big. He can come in for Tavares. At centre mid, we've still got a problem to solve here. I think we're going to go with Hadara. And we'll play Jedson Fernandez alongside Hadara. I think that is the best bet here. It's difficult because really Florentino Luis is kind of irreplaceable for us. He is considered one of our best players in the team. And at centre mid on defend, he is kind of the go-to player in that role. I guess we could play Hadara there just to make sure Fernandez plays his preferred box-to-box midfielder kind of role within the midfield. That might be the better decision. Hadara is not incredible defensively, but he's pretty good with the ball at his feet. I mean, he's got 10 marking and 13 tackling, so it definitely could be worse. At the end of the day here, we're taking on Barcelona. It's not going to be particularly easy. I'm just wondering if I want to start with our cautious style of play, potentially. That might help us a little bit, actually, in terms of facilitating Hadara and Fernandez alongside one another. So you know what? We will go with that for this game. This is big for us. It's our first trip ever to Camp Nou, in what is basically the Barcelona derby, along with the games that we have against Espanyol. 2 local teams. We are the new kids on the blocks. We're not particularly loved by FC Barcelona's fans. I'm hoping that one day we will be the big team in this city. I mean, if we could get a win here and inflict their 2nd defeat of the season, that would be pretty unheard of. I'm not anticipating anything close to that. I will tell you that now. I would also say, you might be sat there thinking, Jack, where's the green screen today? I'm recording this video at the weekend during the day, and the sunlight keeps changing how my room's lit. So my green screen just keeps breaking every 2 minutes due to lighting changes. So we've forgone it today. But hopefully this kind of frame setup is, fine with you guys, as they've just had a sending off. Firpo has been sent off after 6 minutes. They are taking this derby seriously. They're now down a man. Do I play attacking here? I still feel like that's a recipe for disaster. A couple of months ago, we took on Atletico Madrid. And against Atleti, they had Diego Costa sent off, but they still were just way better than we were. So I'm going to err on the side of caution for now. Although Kevin, look at him go, Kevin from France. I love the fact we just call him Kevin. I'll never get his last name right. So why not call him Kevin? Here he is again. Speaking of the devil, dinks it inside to Jedson. What can he do? He gives it to Denis Suarez. Reguilon is on the overlap. He doesn't need him. What a run by Suarez, who tucks it into the bottom corner. They are down a man. I am sensing blood. I want to go in for the kill. Also, how do players get onto the pitch in that corner? Did anyone else see that? The dugout up here, you can see at the top, there's like advertising boards around it. So does every player jump over the advertising boards? Is that a thing? I don't know. What a ball that was by Fernandes. Denis Suarez's run was superb. Look at this pass. I thought he was going to go wide. He sees a pass surrounded by 4 men. And while the decision to stay on cautious might be a really wise one, as I said, Barcelona here, they've not lost. I don't think they've lost at home all season. They've lost once against Real Madrid all year in the league. They are the team to beat. They are top of the league. As we mentioned, they're only 2 points ahead of Real Madrid. So if we could somehow just hold them up, steal points away from them, we'd be doing Real Madrid a massive favour. And, well, anything to stop our big rivals winning the league at the end of the day. You can see here, we're playing cautious. I don't want to get too carried away. We're doing quite well so far. They've had 2 shots, none on target, although they've got a set piece here. We need to deal with this. It's with Semedo at the edge of the box. Little fancy flick to Alaba. Reguilon heads it straight to Arta. Now with Messi, I mean, you can't let Messi have the time to shoot from inside the box. He does a little forward roll for his celebration. I'm not sure about that, Lionel. But yes, it's 1-1 here. And right on cue, as I say, they've not had a shot on target yet. It's all fine. There's one player on this pitch we can't afford to just let have a shot. It's Messi. He's taken the set piece initially. He's kind of found himself unmarked. It's his 29th of the season. That's a little bit silly. I think for comparison, Santi Mina's maybe on like 15 goals for the season, 16 goals for the season. Oh gosh, he's here again. He's put it wide this time. He's been merciful. You might remember the first time we met them this year, he scored an absolute worldie of a goal where he dribbled from inside his own half, kind of like at the edge of Barcelona's own 18-yard box, all the way up the pitch. Everyone ran away. On that day, if I'm not mistaken, we weren't at full strength defensively. I believe we drew 2-2 against them. Obviously, it's a little bit of a similar story here with us being without Kanate. At the break, it's 1-1. They've only had 1 shot on target. Part of me, there's a voice in the back of my head. It's saying, Jack, go attacking. Do it. Do I do it? Oh, I do. I do. You know why I'm going to do it? Because they're down a man, and I wasn't expecting to be in this situation. Reguilon's coming back from injury and have got a booking, so I'm going to just play things safe and take him off for Tavares. And let's do a demand more shout while we're at it. Look at that reaction. You love to see it. Clearly my Spanish is getting better, and well, we've gone on the attack and we're going forward. Hadara, what can he do? He lays it off to Santi Mina. Back with Hadara here, switches it to Tavares on off the bench, whips it in. Not a bad ball in, not a great ball in at the same time. It fell straight to the defender. But well, we've got it here, and it's now with Jedson. He lays it wide to Tavares again. What can you do? What can you do? He lays it inside to Denis Suarez, the goal scorer. Back wide, patient play here, edge of the box. Oh my word. I did not know that Kev had that in his locker. I mean, he's a right back and he's just done that. Can we discuss that finish? That reminds me of the goal from the World Cup. Was it Kimmich who scored a goal like that? I don't think it was. Oh, who was it? There was a right back in the World Cup. It was the French right back who... Was it Lucas Hernandez? I can't remember. It reminds me of a goal from the World Cup. I'm sure you guys can let me know who it was in the comments. And while we're on the attack again here, what a goal that was though. Keko. He's not a gecko. He gives it back to Kev. Oh, we're going to VAR for the penalty. We've not had too much VAR this season, it doesn't feel like. I mean, if they give us a penalty on the hour mark, if we can score it, we're 2 goals up against Barcelona. Was it a penalty? We're about to find out. He's looking at the big screen. The tension is tense. What's he going to give? There's no penalty. There's no. Why did I get excited for it? Why did I get excited for it? There was nothing to be excited about there. Barcelona's body language is not good. They are rocked. I'm just wondering if I want to make any changes here. You know what? I was about to make a change, then a highlight started. I was thinking about bringing in Haaland for Mina, who's not done a lot, and then he just scores. So I guess he's not coming off the pitch now. Santi Mina makes it 3-1 here. I mean, the sending off has screwed them. We'll bring in Abel Ruiz, the former Barcelona man. Let's see what he can do against them. You can see there, Mina, 16 goals for the season. Suarez whips the ball in. I think it was actually the Barcelona defender who got a header on that, but he just couldn't get it away from danger, and it fell to Mina in the 6-yard box, who's scored a lovely little goal. And now we turn eyes to Abel Ruiz, the former FC Barcelona man. Can he punish his former club? Mbembe, now with Kev. Go on, Kev. Look at him go. The best signing we've made all year. Okay, I take it all back. He's got a bit carried away. Although Mina turns his man. Can he finish it? Tight angle. Should pass. Please pass. Ruiz, pass. Don't shoot. It's a penalty, surely, ref. Surely. We're going to VAR again, folks. I mean, I've not got my hopes up. Barcelona, they've had one shot on target all game. They have been rocked. That sending off has definitely helped us out. We've had 61% of possession at the new camp. I mean, that one looked like a penalty compared to the last one. Is it going to be a penalty? It is a penalty. Okay, for a second, I had to reread the text twice there to be sure. Abel Ruiz is our best penalty taker on the pitch, apparently. He's going to take it against his former club. Can he do it? Of course he can. 4-1. What a performance this is. Abel Ruiz, you are a god amongst men. His 11th goal of the season. 9 of them have come in 2 Copa del Rey games, but don't let that fool you. We're 4-1 up. Who needs Aspas? He's gone in the summer, I've decided. Even Onguene's put in a good performance. He's done awful this year. Apparently they're inspired by their team talk. Who wants to break it to them that they're 4-1 down? I want a 5th. The blood's gone to my head here. We've won 4 games in a row, 1-0. We wanted a few more goals. We've got a few more goals. Onguene! Oh my word. Ter Stegen, what a stop that is on the Denis Suarez shot. Because if that flies in, it's a contender for goal of the season. Ball whipped in here. Edge of the box. Ruiz has it. I mean, go on, boys. Go on. We are just merciless here. We're making that extra man count. I mean, what can you say about this? The sending off has helped us massively in the first 10 minutes. They've done us a massive favour at Barcelona. Because I don't think we win this game if they're not down a man. Ruiz is through again. What format? I mean, he's missed. That's why he's scored 2 in the league all year, isn't it? And one of them was the penalty today. Where is their defence? What formation are they playing? Rakitic. I mean, Suarez looked offside there. VAR? VAR? Ref's gone to his ear. It is offside. Excellent. I mean, the clean sheet's gone, so it doesn't really matter that much to me. But it's not. 4-1 looks better than 4-2. You can see there, clearly offside. And yeah, shout out to Junior Firpo for the sending off, because you, my friend, have won us that game. Predicted a win for Barcelona. What a performance. What a performance. They've bottled it. Denis Suarez gets one over on his former club. I mean, we have a fair few former Barcelona players in our ranks. I mean, praise him. 9.0 rating. Heads up about Reguilon. He's making noise about... He's unimpressed with how I've been treating him recently. His recent substitution got to him a little bit. Aspas, can you talk to him? Excellent. I'm treating you unfairly. Mate, your average rating is 6.92. You've been out injured half the season. Okay, half the season is an exaggeration, but you've had a lot of little injuries, especially in the last couple of months. In the last month, you've missed 18 days, like 2.5 weeks, and it's always been around matches. Right. I think if Athletic Club Bilbao lost here, we would have sealed a finish. Although, actually, Levante, who were really high in the league for a long time, find themselves down in 8th. Apparently, there was drama around the red card. Apparently, it might not have been a red card. It looked like a stonewall red card for me. Let me tell you that now. 4-1, that was the best viewing. A crowd of almost 100,000 people witnessed it. The highlight of the match was Kevin's goal. What's his long shot? 8. I mean, that might as well be 18 after that last goal. That was absolutely insane. Right, Levante, when are you playing? I assume they're maybe playing on Monday night. What we'll do is, once we see the Levante game, we'll jump forward in time a week. We'll talk about the Alaves game. It might be a game that holds, I think, no meaning, potentially, if Levante lose. We'll have to see. You can see wages to turnover ratio. Where are we in this? I mean, that bar looks scary. I don't know what that means. Wages to turnover, 26%. That percentage seems low. By the way, if people wondering about the kind of financial side of the save, it's something I've not really talked about. The way I set it up is I took Leipzig's shirt sponsorship deal that they have with Red Bull, which is basically how they fund themselves, is through their own shirt sponsorship, and we applied that to RB Barna because that just seemed to make the most sense to me. By the way, Real Madrid drew. Real Madrid drew. If they won their game, they would be top of the league right now. Who were you playing? You were playing Sevilla. Where are Sevilla? Because they were struggling for the longest time. They've recovered a little bit. They're in 14th now, but I don't know. They're going to feel like they should be doing a little bit better. Alaves, I think they won their game as well. So they, in this next game, are going to be battling for their lives. What a turnaround in form, by the way. I was worried there, but we have stepped things up here. Alaves, let's just have a quick look. So they beat Osasuna. That would have been a bit of a relegation battle, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, you can see here they closed the gap to 1 point. Oh, that's a tasty end to the season. Would I feel bad if we relegate Alaves? Maybe a little bit. We're now cheering on Espanyol, by the way. They haven't won. So Levante have done their thing. So it is going to come down to the final day of the season against Alaves. We could relegate them. A win for us guarantees us a Europa League spot. It's going to be a big one. It's coming your way in a week's time. Let's jump forward in time. You don't want to see the fluff in between. What a Sunday it's going to be to end the season. We've got, a little bit of breathing room, a bit of relaxation time. I'm going to attempt to calm down. Don't go anywhere. Okay, guys, so we are back here for the second game of today's episode. It is the La Liga finale. That is a challenging words to be said. But yes, it's the last games of the season. Please help me. It's all gone to my head. The nerves. There shouldn't be any nerves. There shouldn't be, but there is. You can see here the Europa League spots. They are all very much up for grabs. There's ourselves, Levante, Athletic Club Bilbao and Granada fighting it out. We are taking on Alaves, who have a lot to play for. There is a relegation scrap going on. And meanwhile, at the top of the table, Barcelona and Real Madrid are still fighting for the title. So, yeah, this would be a really entertaining end to the season in real life for all of these teams. Shall we see how we get on? Just so you can see, we've got to keep an eye on Levante, Athletic Club and Granada. Granada take on Eibar. They should really win that. If we look here, Athletic Club Bilbao, they take on Valladolid. They should win that game. And 5th place is us. I'm trying to remember who the other team is now. Levante, they take on Atletico Madrid at home. Atleti don't have anything to play for, but I don't know, you'd still expect them to do quite well. Anyway, for this game, we're not going to play the cautious style of play, and we are back to pretty much full strength, which is nice to be able to say. I'm going to try and Mbemba to the left of Kanate. I've been kind of flipping these guys around when they're both fit. Maybe this is the better way to go. For the first half of the season, Kanate played right centre-back. We then moved him to left centre-back. I'm not sure. You can see he prefers to be on the right in a two-man pairing, so that's worth noting. I think Mbemba's the same, though, so it doesn't really solve anything. Although, actually, no preference. There you go. So maybe this is the way round to play them. I feel like I've been alternating, which isn't a good thing. You shouldn't do that. Read the tooltips. I'm actually thinking about starting Haaland for today's game. I feel like he's had a pretty meh season. He can only get better, and I'm hoping that next year, with us having European football, hopefully, there's going to be a lot more rotation needed. I feel like that'll really be the opportunity for him to kick on and show us what he's all about. But yeah, this is the team we are going to go with. It's pretty unchanged. It's kind of the team we've settled into using. Keko has kind of made right midfielder his own. He's one of the top assist makers in the league this year. I mean, you can see that here. He's got the little ball next to him, so you know he must be good. Meanwhile, Reguilon is going to take the captaincy armband because our captains haven't been playing. I talked about it last episode, but I think Aspas is done. Alaves in goal is asking to leave the club, our kind of second choice keeper. We've got some good young keepers coming up through the ranks as well. But yeah, I feel like this summer's going to have more transfer business than I expected. Right, with this being the final game of the season, we should probably have the latest scores up, although I'm not going to be kind of paying too much attention to them because we know we just need to win this game here. And that would be enough for us. I'm trying to work out where to put stuff when my face isn't in the way as they go clean through on the attack. Right, that's going to have to go in the top right. My face makes this more difficult to fit everything in. You know, it's the last game of the season or crunch time of the season when you've got stuff in like every single corner of your football manager. I'm quite minimalist normally, you know, stats in the bottom left, that's all I need. gets to this point, crunch time, suddenly I want to know every game that's going on in the league and exactly what's happening. But yeah, we need to win this. I don't think a draw is necessarily enough. Now, just keeping an eye on things, we've got to keep an eye on Athletic Club Bilbao, Levante and Granada, which are all 0-0 after 15 minutes, so there's not been a whole load of goals changing the complexion of things. But you can see here, there are 4 teams separated by 2 points, and they are clean through on the attack, and I am scared. Rio Ya, that's not, I guess it wouldn't be Yarja, it's not a Scandinavian name. But yeah, they've gone clean through. They are certainly putting warning shots in our direction. I am scared. Now with Alexi, or Alexi, I don't know how you say that. Alex Vidal, we'll go with that. That's probably how it's said, Jack. I'm all over the place emotionally right here. It's stressful, you know? Oh, calm down, Jack. Calm down. It's going to be okay, maybe. Am I the only person who gets like this? I don't know. I want to be like, most people don't talk to themselves when they play FM. Even before I did YouTube, I definitely talked to myself when I played FM. I'd go to the bathroom and practice my press conferences. You know, I'm discussing all the stuff to myself, overthinking it all. I hope that's not just me and I'm just being weird. I feel like most FM players do that. Please let me know. But this is not good. This is really not good. 0-0. It looks like it's going to be at half time. It's been a pretty even game, but it's slightly of contrast to the game we had previously against Barcelona. Far from pleased, boys. I'm not going to make any changes too prematurely here, but I am a little concerned by just how meh our average ratings are across the board. No one is stepping up and performing well. Levante are losing, though. João Felix, thank you. You might be bailing us out here. I'm not 100% sure if 7th is guaranteed Europa League football. I'm going to work on the assumption it is because it's highlighted in green, but I think that's dependent on like the winners of the Europa League and a few other things. I don't think that'll have an impact on us, but be aware, we need 6th to be 100% sure. And Mbemba, what can you do? He gives it to Denis Suarez. Now with Florentino Luis. What a switch of play to Keko. That's got to be a pen ref, surely. Is he going to VAR again? He doesn't need to check the screen himself. He knows it's a penalty. Right, score this. Haaland. There you go. Now we can all do the Haaland shake. That's a terrible joke, Jack. Don't ever make that again. He scored. We don't need the latest scores anymore because a win for us is enough. Maybe I'm getting carried away here. But a win should be fine. Who is this? Mendes, mate. You are technically breaking the rules of football there by being within the D on the penalty. I mean, it's a good job VAR wasn't checking for encroachment. Otherwise, that would have had to have been a retake. We should be winning this. We don't want to relegate them. What am I saying? But we have to relegate them. Needs must. Keko, what can you do? Duarte, who gave away the penalty. Nice tackle by him, to be fair there. But we still have the play. Florentino Luis, that is not the ball. Although he makes amends like that. I can't even be mad at him with a tackle like that. Switch a play here to Reguilon on the overlap. Can he get it in? Headed away. But only as far as Keko, who finishes it. Right, scrap the league table. We don't need it. We are getting Europa League football this year. I feel confident saying it. I hope I'm not jinxing it. But we have been rampant in this second half. I feel like a shouty halftime team talk was all that was needed. Reguilon putting the ball into Duarte, who's had a bit of a nightmare. In truth, heads it straight to Keko, who launches it into the bottom corner. He punches the air in celebration. He's loving it. And I'm sorry, Alaves, you're probably going down. I mean, maybe I'm speaking too soon here, but Europa League football, it's there. We have it in a singular hand. We've not got a full grip on it just yet, but this game should be all over. Although Pons could be through here. Oh, dear. Oh dear, that is a terrible, terrible effort by him there. That's the best chance they've had of the game. I can make a sub or two here. Who has not performed? Denis Suarez, you've not been great. Let's bring in Ruiz. I'm also going to bring in Lobotka. I've been a little disappointed with Lobotka. I've seen him be very good this year in FM, but he's debatably should be one of our best players when you look at his just pure ability. But on the pitch, he's really not shown that quality. And he's been on the bench a lot, and he's quite highly valued, and kind of teams seem quite interested in him for a player that's on the bench. So I'm not against selling him. He was one of the former Celta Vigo players whose contracts the club picked up when we moved leagues. Albert Ruiz bringing it forward. Look at him go. He could really be a star. Okay, mate, I take it back. We finish like that, he won't be a star. But Messi had a shot like that in the last game, so maybe I should let him off. But yeah, Albert Ruiz, I'm having high hopes for. I feel like with Aspas being out injured so much, and, you know, more first-team opportunities being available in the final third, he's been one of the players who has taken opportunities and benefited from that extra kind of chance, I guess, that he's had due to injuries. We win 2-0 here. It's not the most convincing of performances, but we'll take it. Barcelona win 1-0 to secure the title. You can see we finished 5th in the end. Levante and Athletic Club Bilbao finishing behind us. I have no idea what our budgets are going to be for this year. We relegate Alaves on the final day of the season. I feel bad. Top 5 finish. We get Europa League football. That is a great little achievement. That was kind of what my goal was at the start of the year. But given how the season has kind of panned out, I was not entirely sure that was going to be possible. But we have ended the year very, very strong. A few very minor tactical tweaks. And suddenly we've looked much better, especially defensively as well. To concede 1 goal in our last, 7 games of the year is decent. Manager performance, a B. It was an A at one point. It's now only a B. End of season awards. Apparently Lobotka got Fans Player of the Year. I'm talking about selling him and he's actually done quite well. It's just his recent form's been really meh. I mean, you can see here just scrolling through. Again, he's not been terrible. Now he's making me reevaluate things. Maybe he has been good. I've not played him in every single game, I don't feel like, and he's not been that great. Keko came runner-up. I probably would have had him higher up. I am really surprised that Lobotka's considered Player of the Year. Hidara got Goal of the Year. It was against Alaves. Shall we watch it? I think I know the goal that this was. I think it's the long shot from range into the top right corner, if I'm not mistaken. It is this. This is the goal, right? This was, you can see, 1-1, 90th minute. You need someone to step up and be counted. Oh, what a goal that is. That is absolutely nuts. That's a goal that actually won us that game. And if we hadn't won that game, we wouldn't have got European football this year, I don't think. So, yeah, Hidara, young player of the year and got goal of the season. He hasn't improved as much as I was hoping he would. His average ratings haven't been bad, to be fair. I guess the issue with Lobotka is I feel like we have a lot of other centre mids and I kind of prefer the other centre mids more. Anyway, you can see the review here. Pretty good all in all. Match of the year was apparently that 3-1 win. That was the game where Hidara scored that goal. 4-1 defeat against Getafe, the moment to forget. What is the club vision for the next years? Minimum 4-year contracts for first-team players. Ooh, so they really want us to commit long-term players. They want us to reach the second knockout round of the Europa League, but they're only expecting a top half finish in the La Liga. I mean, I want Europa League football again next year at the very least, but I do feel like with European football to play, and that's going to be a challenge. And that European target is quite high. Well, I'll let you decide what to make of that. You can see here the dynamics update. I feel like Aspas might go. We've already let Mayo go this year. Wouldn't be the first key player that we decide to surrender. Players, I'm going to talk to them. Passionate. I think we can achieve Europa League football again. People, some think it's unrealistic. I think that they are under ambitious. Look at that. The overall reaction was positive. That's the main thing. I feel like under ambitious isn't the right word. Valverde got manager of the year. We came 3rd place. I think that is the power of the throw. I mean, it's the only logical explanation. I think we'll go to... Where do we want to go for our pre-season training? We'll go to Portugal. We have some Portuguese players. We should probably build our profile up there. Blanco was selected amongst the Team of the Year substitutes. He was the only player in our team to get in the Team of the Year, and he's our goalkeeper. So make of that what you will. I think that this man was a massive reason behind us getting, the position we did in the league. 13 clean sheets is not to be scoffed at. It feels weird seeing a goalkeeper with above a 7.0 average rating in Football Manager, but FM20, I don't want to say it, but I feel like goalkeeper ratings might have been fixed a little. So that's good stuff there. Maybe did I miss our budgets for next season getting set? I'm now worried that I missed an email. Anyway, facilities are going to be upgraded. That is all good. Lots of records being set at the club, including Mina's goal scoring record, although that's kind of to be expected, I guess. We had a few players in the team of the week. I say a few. And Mbemba was in the team of the week. That's a weird player to get included in there, but I guess he did a good job defensively. Look at that average rating to end the year. He has been top draw for us. So what kind of money have we got for next season? I mean, that can't be the budgets for next season, right? There's got to be an administrative error. Otherwise, we are going to have to turn over players because, yeah, 4 million is not a lot of money to have in the bank to try and make stuff happen. 4 million and about 10,000 left over in wages if you include the committed kind of salary stuff. Our overall balance is £10,000, so we're not exactly full of cash here. This could be a summer where we have to sell some players on. I already talked about Aspas potentially going on. I feel like that might be the move to make. I didn't want to have a high turnover of players, but money might be a little bit of a concern here. We've got some players worth a lot. I mean, we're going to have to weigh things up here, aren't we? There is going to be a busy pre-season for us here. I'm very, very happy with our overall performance. I feel like I would have loved Haaland to be a bit more of a prolific goal scorer, but we got top 5 in the end. I feel like that was largely down to the defensive additions we made in January. And Bemba and Malkut, you can see here, they got some of the best average ratings in the team. So I'm going to pat myself on the back. Good signings, Jack. We'll never know what Bustos and Lucas Romero could have done for us. But yeah, these guys really did contribute a lot. And I feel like they were a catalyst towards the finish that we got in the league. You can see here, Keko got the 3rd most assists in the league with 11. That is a really good achievement for him. A player who's 28 years old, I feel like I wasn't expecting him to do a great deal for us. He's kind of just come out and been a really solid backup player for us who's just become a first-team player. If we look at past league positions, you can see here he really did peak. In fact, if we go to January, when did we make the signings? We made the signings around mid-January. You can see it's been a bit of an up and down period. We were as low as 10th, even, you know, with 8 games left of the year. But we ended so strongly, and that has helped us out massively. I mean, Kev was considered the signing of the season by the fans in those end-of-season awards. So I guess they know what they're talking about, because I'm kind of inclined to agree. It's been a very good first season here. I'm sat continuing hoping to get a new inbox item about, hey, new budgets for the season, but I don't think it's coming. I think this is the money that we've got to spend, and it's going to be a little bit of a challenge going forward. We are going to have to balance the books a little bit. But yeah, look at that sea of green. That is beautiful to see. This pre-season is going to be a busy one. Next episode, we'll be getting straight into Season 2. Let me know where you think we might need to strengthen the team. All in all, I'm very happy with the performances we've been putting in. I think for me, it's maybe about trying to free up some wage budget. I am a little bit concerned that Denis Suarez is on £95,000 a week, and that is just way too much. Oh, would I sell him? I guess it would depend if the right offer came in and then I reinvest. But that's something I don't really want to consider too much, because when you look at his goals and assists, it was just a little bit important to us in the grand scheme of the season. But anyway, guys, I could talk forever. You guys know that by now, but we shouldn't talk forever. I'm going to go lay down. I'm going to go rest, dream about next season, what could be. Hopefully I see you guys for it. Thank you so much for watching as always. Let me know who your player of the season was down in the comments. Drop a like if you've enjoyed. And other than that, it is me, Jack, and I will talk to you guys in a bit. I'm out.